I didn't actually know who would win that fight, but damn, we lost really, really badly. Anyways, what's up everyone, it's me BaRKy, and I'm here with another mod for Rimworld Alpha 17. This one has been requested a metric shit ton, and this is the German Imperial Army. This is the faction mod that I have enabled right now, but there is an outfit mod which enables it to be used with combat extended without too much of a hiccup. Obviously it doesn't include weapons with that, but it's still pretty cool. Anyways, let me bring out our beautiful models over here. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters for offering their bodies to be used as German army soldiers. Anyways, take a look at this. So as you can see, let me just remove the draft quickly, and you can see that they're busy wearing these sort of imperial looking outfits. It looks very German army-ish from the World War II, I think. This is what I picture World War II soldiers outside of battle wearing, but look how awesome it looks. Seriously, if you don't know who this is by, it is by Chicken Plucker and the Odd Streamin'. I'm not too sure about him. I've never seen his mods before, I don't think, but they seem like pretty cool people. But Chicken Plucker always does really, really good artwork, so if this is his, great job, because this looks amazingly well done. As you can see, the neat little attention to detail with these buttons, and you can see the pockets over here and stuff like that. The collar is very well defined. I mean, I've seen a lot of Rimworld artwork, everyone, and this is some really, really good stuff, especially, and this is what I love the most, the gas masks that they're wearing. Little holes so that you can see their eyes through the back over there. It looks even better if you're using facial stuff, the mod. It is truly something, like, truly a sight to behold, really. Take a look at this. You can see he's wearing like a thick sort of helmet with a gas mask on it. It's super cool. So anyways, this is the factions mod, which means that it adds in its own faction called the German Imperial Army, which we can see over here. The German Imperial Army, complete with names, I think. Kampfsville, I mean, 4th Division Safe House. I mean, if that isn't the most German thing you've ever heard, Kampfsville, and I don't know. Yeah, it's really cool. So what this mod mainly does is add in a whole lot of new things to wear and guns to use. So let me go ahead and draft them again so you guys can see some of the looks of the guns. So we have the MG08 over here that I'm using and Soul using. Jennie is holding the Gewher 98, I think. Yeah, Gewher 98 looks freaking awesome. If you tilt your head a little bit to the right, you can see it pretty clearly, although I'll show off one just now. Over here we have Akbars. He's using the MP18. And what a gun, man. This gun is potent. And then finally we have Caden at the back over here, who's using a Feldspaten, which is a shovel. So you can see them beat the crap out of Remy. Cut off a finger, cut off both legs. Nice, Caden, nice. Thank you, Remy, for helping us out. You guys can go do your own thing. Someone should probably give him some new legs. Just by the way, the soldiers who attacked us had bionic spines and stuff. Although this may be the German Imperial Army, they are totally cool with using bionic limbs and stuff. So obviously the Germans are more advanced than we thought. So anyways, let me go ahead and light up the workshop so you guys can take a look at some of the weapons I've gone ahead and made. We do have a Mauser C98 over here, which looks freaking amazing. Should put down a clearer floor. Cool. The Mauser, just look how good this looks. I'm using camera plus right now so I can zoom in pretty far, but you can see only when I've zoomed in to the max, you'll see the starts of not really blending in very well. But if I zoom out, look how good that looks. It is crazy. Same thing with the Gewher 98 and the MP18. They all look really good when looking at them like this. They truly look awesome. Let me bring in the MG08 over here quickly. And you can see it also looks pretty cool. Check at that. I'm not going to go through every single stat of every single item in this game. They are relatively strong though in comparison to other things. I would like to show off some of the cooler things about it. Anyways, all of this can be made at either a machining table, an electric smithy or a normal smithy, or an electric tailor bench or a non-electric tailor bench. So if we take a look at the machining table, you can see all the new things that you can build, which is like a field cap, for example, officer cap, Stahlhelm plate scarf, plate gas mask, Stahlhelm plate, which is just the traditional helmet, the Stahlhelm Gasmask, there's a few of them, Stahlhelm, nice, Pickelhaube, which is, actually let me just go ahead and make one of these, 70 steel, nice. The Reich armor vest, which they're wearing over here, looks like just a really, really beefy armor vest. And nope, I thought I missed something. Never mind. Alright, and then at the electric smithy, you can make the Feldspaten, which is the shovel that Caden used to cut off Remy's legs. You can make a few, never mind, I've messed it up entirely. You can make a few of these over here. And then at the electric tailor bench, you can make the Reich infantry uniform, or the Reich harness, or the Reich harness elite. This is freaking awesome. Let me go ahead and make a few of these. Put down some totally balanced material. You can see him equip this really quickly. Alright, you can take a look at how badass this looks. If we take a look over here. Let me undraft you. You can see she's wearing the armor vest underneath the Reich uniform. I mean, on top of the Reich uniform now. And then she has this cool looking the harness that they're wearing on top of this. Now this is a really interesting item because what it allows you to do is increase your movement speed a little bit, mental break threshold is down a little bit, shooting accuracy is up by 7%, and aiming time is down 9%. So this basically enhances you quite a bit. A lot of the things in this mod do actually do that. So over here we have Caden busy wearing the the hat that I was talking about, the Pickelhaube. And if we take a look at this, it does enhance a few different things that you can use. This is the helmet, by the way. So movement speed's down a little bit, mental break threshold's down a little bit, shooting accuracy's up, aiming time is down. Obviously you want aiming time to go down because it means that you'll aim quicker. It's very cool. You could sort of take your helmet off and like stab someone if this is made out of metal. I mean, the whole helmet is. I'm not a history buff, but it seems like a cool idea. And here it is without the harness. They just look very menacing. I watched a documentary on Star Wars about how they made Darth Vader's uniform, and it said that it relied quite a bit on the look of the German Imperial Army. So you can sort of see the elements of it in these helmets, which is crazy if you think about it, because we're playing Rimworld, which actually has nothing to do with German armies or Star Wars or anything, until we get the mods that make it about them. Anyways, it's really, really cool. It's a really awesome idea. This is awesome. So let me go ahead and break through so we can see the rest of the map over here, since I've gone ahead and fogged it up. And let me summon in a raid with the Reich immediate. And you can take a look at what they look like over here when you have a balanced diet of German soldiers. You can see they just look very menacing. A few of them are carrying in shovels, because obviously they were used in the war to kill people. It's very cool. Very cool. Now, as for how balanced this mod is, because that's the last thing I'll be speaking about, I've messed around with it enough to see that things are incredibly strong when using, you know, the armor that you get from this. Like, for example, the armor vest here gives you 66% sharp, which is incredibly strong. It is incredibly good. Not only does it do that, though, it also makes you shoot faster and be more accurate, which is really, really good. And then the second biggest thing that I want to talk about is how strong the helmets are. This is 47% for a helmet. That's poor. Just keep that in mind. Let's see if I can find a decent one here. Normal. Yeah, 50%. At the base value, it's 50% anyways. That's ridiculously strong, I think. If you're wearing a full uniform here, so if you have the Reich harness, the armor vest, the infantry uniform, the Stahlhelm, your aiming time is almost down by 10%, and the accuracy is almost up by, I think, 10 to 15, which is crazy. And not only that, but if you're wearing a gas mask, you also don't get affected by toxic fallout. And your mental break threshold goes pretty high. So I think this is, I mean, it goes pretty low, sorry. So I think this is really strong. I don't know if maybe it's meant to be like that. Maybe they're just meant to be a very powerful faction, because from what I can see, the cost of the material does not actually factor in too much. This is 240 for a helmet. That's not obscene. So I'm not really sure how to take it. I think it is a bit too strong to use, because if you're playing with this in a game, you might be forced to switch into the German uniform quickly so that you can take on other Germans. But, you know, I guess that's up to you, what you want to play with, what you want to try it out as. You know, I'm not too sure about it. I haven't done a playthrough with this, so I've been playing with Combat Extended a lot recently. But yeah, it does seem really, really strong. Anyways, tell me what you think. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Send the mod maker some love. I will put a link to it in the description below. Have a good one, guys. Hey you! Thanks so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. Editing videos is both my hobby and my passion, and with that in mind, I've decided to open up a Patreon if you'd like to support me besides in the amazing ways that my subscribers already usually do. I've got loads of perks and benefits, including having your own personally custom made colonist, being one of my default colonists in the mod showcases, special roles on Discord, joining me while I stream, monthly Q&As and podcasts. I've got it all. Come take a look. All support is always appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.